Well, this place is ready. We'll be right back to get this series started in just a minute. From Minute Maid Park in Houston, Game 1 of the American League Division Series. It's the New York Yankees taking on the Houston Astros. John Shelby on play-by-play. Chris Singleton providing the color. Game 1 is always critical in a postseason series, Singy.
Yeah, and this is when you love having home field advantage, Boog. If you capture Game 1, you're full of confidence that you've got a chance to ride that momentum for the rest of the series.
And on the visiting side, starting pitching is always the big key in a game like this to kick off a series.
Yeah, you need a strong performance on the mound. That's the #1 way to cancel out the home field edge we just mentioned.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about. Set to go. And on the mound in this one, Luis Rodriguez.
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
So just about set now, and stepping in for the Yankees, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. The line to kick the pitch. That one misses. So we're off and running in Game 1. And a pitch. And that one fouled off. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Righty to the plate. And it's even up. Packed house here at Minute Maid. The wind of the pitch. 3-2 now.
Wow, that's a tough pitch to lay off.
The kick, the 3-2. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Yuli Gurriel comes up to hit. First offering, and it just misses. And another ball.
That's where you want it. It's a good miss.
Kiner-Falefa aboard here at first with nobody out. The 2-0 is in for a strike.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
And here it comes. And fouled off. The pitch. Got him looking. And now one away. And now it's Giancarlo Stanton. In there for strike one. Stanton, a guy capable of hitting it a long way.
Oh, you can tell how comfortable he is. Look at that front foot on the line as he is close to the plate. But he can be very quick to a pitch that is down and in.
Next offering is downstairs. Rodriguez checks the runner. Kiner Falefa dives back in. Next pitch inside, and it's 2-1. Rodriguez picks over. Kiner Falefa back in on a dive. Back over to first, and he's back again. And the right-hander deals. Off the mark there. 3-1.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Swing and a miss, and it's a full count now.
Boom, that's cheddar, baby.
And that is ball 4, and the Yankees are in business.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
First and second, 1 out. Here's Joey Gallo. This guy has turned into a beast. That one's in there, 0-1.
Oh, if they can push one across here in the first inning, would really settle the crowd down and help take that element out of the game early.
Rodriguez, one of the best strikeout pitchers in the game, and that certainly is a benefit to him when he's in a spot like this. Oh, 0-2 now, and a foul ball.
That fastball at the bottom of the zone can be very effective. Just got to keep it on the corners.
1 out, runners at first and second. Next pitch is outside.
Yeah, if you're going to be in the game in high leverage situations, you've got to be able to get the swing and miss and put hitters away.
On the ground, could be 2. Over to Altuve. Throw to first, but he beat it. And here is Anthony Rizzo.
Well, with this many pitches thrown here in this first inning, I mean, you're giving the other team a really good look. He's going to have to find a way to get some weak contact, maybe a swing and miss, get into that dugout and hit the reset button.
Swings through that one. 0-1.
Well, a come and get me fastball right there. He didn't look ready for the velocity. I think it'd be a mistake to throw him anything off speed right here.
The 0-1. Now 1-1. Runners on first and third, 2 away. Swings and misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, and that is that. Yanks strand a pair. Now here come the Astros. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Back here in Houston, and going to the mound in this one for the Yankees, Luis Garcia.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Swing at a high fly ball left field. Stanton makes the grab. 1 pitch and 1 out. Now we check out the Astros lineup. A very athletic offensive group with speed spread throughout this offense.
Yeah, and it's so important that they have patient and quality at bats, because the key is to get on base. If they do that, then they can create a whole lot of havoc on the base paths, get guys around to score, and then that's going to get you some good pitches to hit as well. So a very athletic team, and we should be in for a treat in this one.
It's not the standard approach that we see in today's game, but it does work for them offensively. Grabs it on the run, and there's 2 away.
Batting third, the first baseman, number 30.
2 outs, base is empty. Number 30 now at the plate. You talk about the power and the speed together.
Well, we knew he was going to be a stud just coming up, making his way through the minor leagues, and quickly at this level, an impact player.
And first offering is fouled off.
Well, I've noticed they've been pitching him hard inside, and the key is, if you're going to make a mistake, you got to make it off the dish. If it leaks out over the plate with this kind of power, you'll be asking for a new baseball.
Bounced up the middle, and it gets by him. The throw into second. There's the tag. They get him, and that's the inning. We played an inning, no score. Back here in Houston, second inning set to go. And stepping in for the Yankees, DJ LeMahieu. Rodriguez back to work.
He needs a quick 1-2-3 this time around. Last inning, threw a lot of pitches.
Righty delivers. And now it's even up. Ed Drummond behind the plate calling balls and strikes. Maybe one of the most respected umpires around the league.
He's not the kind of umpire that you're likely to notice back there, and that can be a huge compliment, really. So if you're just kind of quietly doing your job, staying consistent with your calls, hitters, pitchers, managers, even fans, they're all going to appreciate you. Ed Drummond, he's that kind of umpire.
The 1-2. And a base hit right there. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
You know, I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent with his pregame preparation.
Now it's going to be Jason Dominguez. First offering misses the mark. Here comes a pitch.
Ball.
And that one upstairs.
3 balls, no strike.
No score here in the second. And a 3-0 finds his own. The pitch. Out front, pulls that one foul. Now it's 3-2. And he deals. And there's ball 4.
Just missed his spot on the inside right there.
First and second, no outs. Jose Peraza at the plate. First pitch, and he just misses.
Count 1-0.
And the righty deals. On the ground, right side, lays out. Oh, it's off his glove. Throw to first is in time. There to beat him by an eyelash.
Fastball groove right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air, maybe drive it into the gap.
And up next for New York, Ben Wortvet.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
The next pitch misses, and that's ball 1. And there's a ball.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
Next offering is fouled back. LeMahieu on third. Dominguez over at second with one down. And now it's 3-2. Left-hand hitter waits. Got him! Huge strikeout there.
Oh, that was such a great opportunity to grab the lead. You had the infield back. All you've got to do is just put the ball in play on the ground, and you drive across a run. It's a frustrating outcome for the hitter. Now, I'll still have a chance, but it's probably going to take a clutch hit with 2 outs.
Isaiah Kiner-Falefa up to the plate. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Two on, 2 outs. That one misses. 2 balls, no strikes. Right-hander kicks, deals. Just missed. Appears they're working around him with the base open, Singy.
Well, you know, these 2-0 counts, Boo, they're just not what they used to be, and we sound like old guys when I say that. But ultimately, this is a strategic game, and you expect to see this type of approach by the pitcher in this situation.
And that'll load the bases.
4 pitches. That's an easy walk, man. He could have walked me right there, Boo. The last one wasn't even close.
Now it's the DH, Yuli Gurriel. Caught looking his first time up.
Nope. Ball 1.
Second inning here, no score. Next pitch misses inside. Now 2-0. at the belt and fires. That one misses, and that's ball 3.
Boog, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
Ball 4, he's walked in a run.
He's really gotten himself into a mess out there and now forces home a run with the wall. This inning's definitely getting away from him.
2 outs, bases full. Giancarlo Stanton to the plate now.
Well, look out here. He's going to come up ready to swing in this situation.
Pitch misses inside. 1-0. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
Well, that's today's style of baseball right there, right? Big time velo on the bump and big time pop at the plate.
2 outs, bases are full. The next offering misses. 2-1. And a pitch. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Good job at damage control right there. Now to the bottom of the second. Yankees 1 and the Astros nothing. Welcome back. Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, number 10.
Leading up for the Astros, the shortstop.
And a pitch. That misses off the outside edge. And it's fouled away. Next pitch is downstairs.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Left-hand batter waits. Good eye in that spot. The wind and the pitch. Foul ball. Here comes a 3-2. Liner snagged at first.
Batting fifth, the catcher, Diego Corona.
And here's the rookie catcher, Diego Corona. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. And the first offering is not close. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup, and I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope.
Next offering is in for a strike. The pitch. Way outside, and it's 2-1. Kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 gone.
Oh, that's a curveball that I'm sure he wants back at the plate. 2 strikes, the sort of pitch you're hoping for. A bit of a mistake, and I'd say in a very hittable location, but clearly the break was enough to get him to swing through it.
Jose Altuve up to hit here. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Kicks and fires. Swing and a ball hammered left field. That's back there. Turning, looking, and that one is gone. Jose Altuve will touch them all. And we're level. It's 1-1.
Well, not every home run is a majestic blast off the bat, and even though he hit it pretty well, it was anything but a sure thing to get out. But today, the conditions were right. He got just enough of it, and I think the backspin really helped that thing carry.
Here comes Aaron Judge. First offering misses the mark. For Judge, he's really developed into more than just a power hitter. He covers the plate well, shows impressive awareness of the strike zone to boot.
That's critical. Very important. If you want to be one of the best to ever play, it can't be all about hitting home runs. You have to have plate discipline as well.
Next offering misses, and it's 2-0.
After giving up that home run earlier, it just doesn't seem like he wants to challenge him.
That's to third. LeMahieu gets it to first. Gets him easily, ends the inning. Astros notch a run on the solo homer. All even at 1 apiece. Back here at Minute Maid Park. All set for the start of the inning. And now the right fielder, Joey Gallo. He is very much your typical power hitter. I'd say he falls into the 3 true outcomes category.
But we've seen more and more of that lately. The ability to drive the ball to slug is getting heavily favored over any discipline or strikeout concerns.
Next one misses, and 1-1. The wide to kick the pitch. And that misses off the outside edge. And a pitch. And that one fouled off. And here's a 3-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. The pitch. And a swing and a miss. And one away.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Anthony Rizzo steps to the plate. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Tied up here in the early going. And that one almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
The pitch stays alive. And down on strikes he goes. First two batters retired here in the top of the third. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
2 outs, base is empty. And now it's DJ LeMahieu digging in. First offering, and it just misses. Two outs. Slapped foul. The 1-1. And there's a foul ball. Ground ball left side. Gets it to first, and that will end the inning. 1-2-3, go the Yankees. Score remains tied 1-1. And welcome back. Bottom of the inning, and stepping in for the Astros, Alex Bregman.
The third baseman, Alex Bregman.
Garcia back to work. This to third, and he grabs it foul. Next pitch misses inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. And here it comes. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Connor Falefa throws to first in time. 1 gone, bottom of the third inning.
Batting ninth, the left fielder, Tyler O'Neill.
Here's Tyler O'Neill. This is another guy capable of hitting tape measure home runs. Next pitch downstairs, and that's ball 1. And he deals. Smoked on the ground to second. Gathers and throws to first. And 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the third.
The center fielder,
So the batting order turns over, and now it's going to be Gary Cox. I think when you contemplate him as a player, the first thing you think about is defense, and you think about that great arm.
I also think about the speed. If he can get on, that's going to give one more thing for that pitcher to think about.
In there, and it's 0-1.
Not sure if he was expecting for the pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way.
Righty to the plate. In the air, right field. Gallo under it. And that is that. Nothing doing there for Houston. Score remains deadlocked at 1. here at the ballpark. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the fourth, Jason Dominguez.
Jason Dominguez.
The right-hander back to work. There's a strike.
0-1's the count.
Swing and a miss. 0-2.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
The pitch. And a swing and a miss. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Tell you what, those are the types of guys pitchers really like to punch out when they're on the mound, because if they get on, just the distraction that they create with all that speed over on the base pass, it could take away your focus from the next hitter, and that's the last thing you want to do is serve up a pitch that a guy hits over the fence, and it's a multi-run home run.
Now, Jose Peraza. First pitch doesn't find the zone. And the righty deals. Good eye right there.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
Next offering is down low. And that's ball 3. One down, base is empty. And he walked him.
Gosh, another walk in this one. Man, he is having some real issues with control.
One gone, runner at first. Here's the catcher, Ben Wertvet. In there for strike 1.
There it was, a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Throw over to first. Back in safe, really close. The 0-1.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, try to stay out of a double play here.
Next pitch inside. Now 1-2.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
The punch out there, and there's 2 away.
Well, that splitter out of the hand, it just sort of jumps on you, and your interpretation is, here comes a fastball again. Well, it never really reaches because the bottom falls out of it and you swing over the top, and that's why they call it a split finger fastball, because it looks like a four-seamer.
Now it's the shortstop, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. That one's in there, 0-1. Rodriguez throws over, and he dives back in safely. Next offering upstairs. Just missed. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. The Yanks lead 1. Still tied 1-1. back here in Houston. Bottom of the fourth. And here is Juan Soto.
The designated hitter.
Here comes a pitch.
Soto.
Well, Juan Soto had a huge 2021 season, just 1 point shy of 1,000 for OPS. Absolutely a monster at the plate. This guy's pretty special.
Fouled off. He was late. The wind of the pitch. Just missed. I think the thing you start with for Soto is that patience and that strike zone understanding. A lifetime on base percentage well over 400. In the second half of 2021, he had an OBP over 500. Strike two.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And now the count filled up 3-2.
He burst onto the scene at 19 years old and looked several years older in terms of his maturity, his plate discipline, and how he handled pressure moments.
The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
I don't think he really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
So next up for Houston, number 30. This guy makes great contact. One of the best in the game at putting bat on ball.
He's got such quick hands, and he's gaining pitch recognition. That keeps him square to the plate. There's a good chance that his bat stays in the zone a long time, and that produces solid contact consistently.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
Bounced out to short, and it's through for a hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
First and second, no outs. Number 10 up next for the Astros. First pitch, not close. And the right-hander deals. And a strike on the outside edge. Here's a 1-1. And a base hit. And they're happy to play station to station right here. Bases loaded, nobody out.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Bases loaded, nobody out. Now at the plate, Diego Corona. First pitch, and he just misses.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
All loaded up, dangerous hitter at the plate. In the air, out towards right center. Gallo on a dead sprint, racing back, makes the grab. Runners tagging from second and third. It's a sac fly as he comes across to score. It's 2-1.
Well, right there, he's definitely looking for more than just a sac fly with the bases loaded and nobody out, but you'll take it. Now it's up to the guys coming up behind him to pick up the rest of those runners on base.
And the batter now, Jose Altuve. He's already homered in this one.
Good speed on the base paths. He handles the bat very well. I wouldn't be surprised if the skipper puts on some type of hit and run or a run and hit.
2 on, 1 out. Just missed. Pretty good job on the mound in this one, Singy. It feels like we've seen a lot of off-balance swings.
Yeah, just one free pass, and obviously he's not a big strikeout guy, but he gets soft contact and he gets outs.
The 2-0 is in for a strike.
You know, he can move the ball around, add and subtract, get some weak contact at times. So you don't worry as much about him in this situation. Very capable of getting a ground ball and getting out of this little jam.
Number 30 at third. Number 10 over at first with 1 away. Next pitch is outside.
So here we go. Base runner at first, could be running on the pitch. He's got good enough speed to steal the bag to get in scoring position, even if it's a swing and miss at the plate.
Righty delivers. Popped up left side. And they get Altuve for the out. And there's 2 away.
The right fielder, number 99, Aaron Judge.
Here is Aaron Judge. Grounded out his first time up. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
The 1-0. And that's down and away.
2-0 count. You really don't want to give in here. You've got to work the edges. Really execute a pitch. Hopefully you can get back into this count.
There comes an 0-2 to Judge. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Well, he came right at him right there, challenged him with the 2-0 fastball. Not sure exactly what he was looking for, but got to imagine that's a confidence booster on the mound. You're in that hitter's head a little bit.
2-1 pitch is in there, and the count is even. At the belt and fires. Hard hit left side. And he's in safely at third. A run comes in the play.
Oh, that one right there had the looks of one of those plays of the week. Great diving stop, but he just couldn't set up to make a good throw. Maybe got a little too excited. He was probably feeling it as well, but either way, that's a tough play and a tough error.
So 2 on with 2 away. Alex Bregman, the next to hit.
The third baseman, Alex Bregman.
And that's in there for strike 1. Two outs, 2 in scoring position. Next pitch misses, and now it's even 1-1. Activity in the bullpen. Luis Gil getting ready to go. Hernandez getting loose as well. Two on, 2 outs. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him. On to the top of the 5th we go. It's the Astros 3 and the Yankees 1. We go to the top of the fifth. Digging in, Yuli Gurriel.
Leading off for the Yankees, the designated hitter, Yuli Gurriel.
And a pitch. That one ripped. Hauls it in for the out.
Now back left field, Giancarlo Stanton.
Now here's Giancarlo Stanton. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on-base and slugging too. And he swings and misses at the initial offering.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power. But then if this hitter gets a strike or two on him, he's still very comfortable. And because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
The next pitch misses, and the count is 1-2.
1-2.
Right-hander kicks, deals. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. 2 out.
Boog, if you can set up a good two-strike splitter with the fastball on the previous pitch, it's going to be so tough to recognize and adjust your swing to get a piece of it. Clearly had him reaching for it right there.
And now it's Joey Gallo. First pitch just misses. And a 1-0. And that's in for a strike. And a pitch. And a count 1-2.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
And a 1-2. And down on strikes. And that'll do it. Down in order go the Yankees. And they still trail it here 3-1. Back here in Houston, we head to the bottom of the fifth. And now here's a speed threat, outfielder Tyler O'Neill. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. First offering misses the mark.
Ball 1, no strike.
The wind of the pitch.
One way to make a guy real uncomfortable at the plate is pound him inside with good velocity. They're doing that right here.
The wind and the pitch. Looked like it was a little bit up.
You got 2 balls, 1 strike.
The 2-1. A little out front there as he swings through it. That one missed. Kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that's the first out in the bottom of the fifth. So the Houston lineup turns over. And next to hit for Houston, Gary Cox. And what a two-way player. Not just offensively, but as good a defensive outfielder as there is in the game. First offering, and it just misses. The pitch. And he flips a breaking ball in there, or a changeup.
Either one. Something off speed. Good arm action on it. Whatever it was.
Let's see if he's willing to use the whole field right here. Definitely pounding him away.
On the ground. Fires to first on the run. Home half of the fifth inning, moving along. 2 quick outs.
Now back, the designated hitter, Juan Soto.
Now the youngster Juan Soto.
This is important. If he can go 1, 2, 3 here, will be a very positive sign for him and for his team.
First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Two outs. Strike 2.
This batter has to understand his job is to get on base however he can. If he gets hit by a pitch, if he walks, maybe even singles, but you want to get the heart of the order up to the plate.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Next offering upstairs.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
And here it comes. Swing, and this is ripped down the right field line. Way back there. Out of here. Juan Soto goes deep, and they add to their lead. It's 4-1. Chris, that ball came out hot. So let's see what StatCast has to say.
Yeah, it really did, Boog. 111 miles per hour off the bat, and a really nice launch angle as well. Just a beautiful swing from start to finish.
And stepping in is the speedy number 30.
Number 30.
Fought off foul. He swings and fouls one off. Next offering misses. Ball 1. The pitch. Popped up, middle of the diamond. Connor Falefa has a beat on it. Squeezes it. And that is that. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's now 4-1. Top of the 6th inning, and stepping in for the Yankees, Anthony Rizzo. The Yankees in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at bat out of him right here.
Rodriguez back to work. And that one just missed off the outside edge. Left-hand batter waits. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul.
Now there's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if he can mix that in whenever he wants.
Now a high fly ball out to left center. O'Neill under it. Makes the grab, one away. Now it's LeMahieu up to hit. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Righty to the plate. And there's a ball.
2-0.
The wind to kick the 2-0. Misses with the 2-0, and he's fired 3 straight outside the strike zone. There's a strike.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
The 3-1. And a big swing and a miss. That's out to center field. Cox moving under this one. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, the center fielder, Jason Dominguez.
And next for New York, Jason Dominguez. This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from being scored, this guy is a big contributor. In there for strike 1. Two down, nobody on. Cracks his bat and pops him up. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
Anything but pretty right there, but he'll take it every time. Tied him up really well with that pitch inside. Couldn't get it out of the infield, but somehow turns it into a knock. That's a thing of beauty, and some hits just don't make sense. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Next to hit, Jose Peraza. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And that's in there at the knees. Movement in the bullpen. Phil Maton, a right-hander with big strikeout stuff, is getting it fired up. Baez getting cranked up as well. And a pitch.
Count is 2-1.
Stays alive. Dominguez off of first with 2 away. Check on the runner. Dominguez back on a dive. The pitch. Got him looking. That's out number 3. To the bottom of the 6th we go. 4, 5, 6 coming up. It's the Astros 4 and the Yankees 1. So out of the pen comes the right-hander, Luis Gil. And he'll do his best to keep this close.
Well, at this point in the ball game, we're talking about middle innings, and You get a little length out of this arm coming out of the bullpen. We'll see just how many outs he's able to give his skipper.
And welcome back. Now it's the power speed combo, number 10.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
The pitch. Good eye right there. Activity in the bullpen for the Yankees. Jonathan Loaisiga getting loose out there. Licky, a left-hander, also throwing. The 1-0. And delivers outside. The pitch. That just misses. And now 3-0. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it could be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at-bat turns out.
And that one is lifted in the air. Gallo makes the grab. One away.
Now back, the catcher, Diego Corona.
And stepping in for the Astros, Diego Corona. This guy's turned into one of the best catchers in the National League. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, this is just par for the course these days. Huge fastballs coming out of the bullpen.
0-1 now.
That's a ball. 1-1.
And a foul ball. The 1-2. And now 2-2. And now it's filled up. Fouled off again. And it remains 3-2.
He's mixing his pitches really well. Late on that fastball after seeing the changeup. See if he can elevate one. I think if he does, he'll get the swing and miss.
Lifted in the air, out to left. A little bloop single. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
That's a ball that a lot of times you'll see the shortstop or left fielder be able to get to if it hangs up in the air long enough. But right there, it just died and found a way to drop in on the green stuff, but base hit.
Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve. He launched a solo shot back in the second inning of this one.
Yeah, that was big for these guys early on. Definitely helped them get off onto the right foot.
First pitch, and he just misses. And the right-hander deals. Runner takes off. Throw, safe. Siggy, he definitely showed off the wheels there.
Yeah, and it turned out to be a bang-bang play. StatCast gives us the data, and that stolen base wasn't possible without that sprint speed.
Right-handed reliever. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. One and two now. Altuve waits. In the dirt. He's in there. Got him looking. Down on strikes. And he knew it.
No, you got to be ready to swing the bat with a runner in scoring position and 2 strikes. Just put the ball in place somewhere, and you got a chance. Very frustrating for him, I'm sure. See if the next guy can pick him up.
And now big number 99, Aaron Judge. First offering misses the mark. And he deals. Not close with that one. 2 balls, no strikes to count. And the righty deals. And Judge spoils that one. Runner at third, 2 away. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Got him. And that is the inning. So the Astros lead 1, but they lead it 4-1. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Ryan Stanek. And this guy can bring it velocity-wise. Here's the Yankees catcher now, Ben Wortvet. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out. That hits the dirt, and it's 1-0. And the pitch. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. The Yankees looking to rally. Ball to strike. And a foul ball. One, 2 now. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Next one just misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. At the belt and fires. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Next offering is fouled back. Next one misses, and it's 3-2. Kicks and fires. Popped up. Bregman drifts towards it. He makes the grab, and there's one down.
The batter, the shortstop, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa.
And now Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Next pitch downstairs, and that's ball 1. Kicks and deals. Late swing, fouled off. Here's a 1-1. And that one sliced foul. Here's a 1-2. And down on strikes he goes. That's the second out.
You know, splitters aren't thrown by a ton of pitchers, and one of the main reasons is that they're difficult to control. And not many guys can spot them consistently where they want to, but he's one of those exceptions. He's found a way to corral a split, and he can place it on a dime just like he did right there.
Here's Gurriel. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Two outs. And that's a strike.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
The 1-2. Sliced hard but foul. Right-hander kicks, deals.
That's ball two.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Two down, nobody on. On the ground to the left. And foul ball. Here's a 2-2. And that just misses.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
Hammered on a line to the left, base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going. Sheesh. Singy, that was a laser shot. And a good thing we have StatCast to give us the details.
Yeah, get out of the way on that one. That ball flew out of the box at 112 miles per hour. You talk about generating a ton of power in that swing. He did it with quick hands, good lower half, and just unloaded on that ball.
Phil Maytov gets the ball now, trying to protect this lead. Two outs, runner at first. And here is Giancarlo Stanton. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. Towering home run from Stanton, and they throw a pair on the board. It's 4-3. Well, that swing changes things.
Yes, it does. They were in striking distance, and they found a way to fight back big time. Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one. And you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
Joey Gallo steps to the plate. This guy with big-time power and an elite defender. Looking to get the tying run on base. And it's 1-1. Left-hand hitter waits. And downstairs.
The count, 2-1.
The pitch. And that one fouled off. The tying run at the plate stays alive. And a pitch. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the third straight at bat. Yankees get a homer to cut the lead. It's now a 4-3 ball game. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now here is Alex Bregman.
The third baseman, Alex Bregman.
The right-hander back to work. Clips the corner, and that's strike one.
Well, with both starters out of the game, this quickly becomes a bullpen game, and this is something we see more and more in the game today, especially in the postseason.
On the run, throw to first, and they get Bregman for the out.
Now batting, left fielder, Tyler O'Neill.
Now the left fielder, Tyler O'Neill. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. And the first pitch misses for ball one.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
And it is 2-1. Righty delivers. That one fouled off. 2-2. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Gets the out, 2 down after the strikeout.
Up next to the Astros, the center fielder, Gary Cox.
Stepping in, the long ball threat, Gary Cox. This guy, one of the best contact men in the sport as well. Outstanding on the defensive end. First offering misses the mark.
Counts 1-0.
And another ball.
Tried to backdoor him with that slider right there, but just missed off the plate. Good pitch, though.
And that one hammered back there. Pulls it in on the warning track. Astros are down quietly, and it remains a 4-3 game. Oh, here we go. Pedro Baez.
The human rain delay. He's sped up this year, though.
And he'll do his best to hang on to this lead. Welcome back. We're at the top of the 8th. And stepping in for the Yankees, Anthony Rizzo.
The first baseman, Anthony Rizzo.
And a pitch. And first offering is fouled off. They say you win.
Count 0-2.
Left-hand batter waits. That one not close. And it's 1-2. And here it comes. And now the count is even.
That's a really good take.
2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. One away.
Oh, tough night at the dish. Punching out for the third time right there. He just hasn't looked very comfortable at the plate. A little unsure of his timing right now. Not picking up the spin and location of these pitches. They'll have some adjustments to make.
And now here is DJ LeMahieu. 1 for 3. That one's in there. 0-1. And ball 1. And a pitch. And fouled off. Here comes a pitch. That misses the zone, and it's 2-2. The pitch. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter. At this point in the ball game, you know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4. Substitution now at first base. Entering is the pinch runner, Oswaldo Cabrera. 1 down, runner at first. And up next for New York, Jason Dominguez. Squirts away a little bit. And the runner holds.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Ripped to third and caught. Jose Peraza digs in now. A strikeout and a walk. And Chris, what about the stolen base to try and get the tying run into scoring position?
It's definitely in play, and you want to see it early in this count.
In there, and it's 0-1.
And I know you want to be patient as a hitter, but you got to be ready to jump on the first thing straight. And he got one right there, but left the bat on his shoulder.
The next offering misses, and the count is 1-1. Cabrera, the runner at first with 2 gone. Next pitch misses, and it's 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And he deals. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field. That one gets down for a hit.
Hey, whatever works, right? Doesn't have to be impressive. Pitch was away, so he definitely pulled off it there. Not what you want to do with the pitch in that location, really, but he was able to guide it into the outfield for the knock. Now a huge at-bat in this game coming up.
First and second, 2 outs. Here's the Yankees catcher now, Ben Workpet. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Cabrera doesn't stop. Heads for home. To the plate. Save. Tie ball game. 4-4.
Big RBI for him right there. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Christian Javier into the game.
Number 53, Christian Javier.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Swings through that one. 0-1. Left field. O'Neill gets under it. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. But the RBI single pushes across a run. All even now at 4 apiece. Oswaldo Cabrera now in the game as he takes over at third. Back here at the ballpark, on to the bottom of the 8th at the plate, Juan Soto.
He's a big, strong guy, can untie this game with one swing.
And the right-hander back to work. Ball one there.
Ball one, no strike.
Tied at 4. In the air, out towards left center. He's got it, and there's one down.
Now batting, number 30.
Number 30 up next for the Astros. Great speed and great power. A great athlete, quite simply.
When you have a real athletic player and who's able to do the baseball mechanical things really well, look out, because the sky's the limit on that potential.
That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. And 1 and 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes, down.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Next pitch is outside.
This guy's seen 2 changeups in a row. Could be a little vulnerable for a fastball right here.
2-2 now. That one missed. Three and 2 now. On the ground to first. Rizzo over to pick it up. He takes it on his own. And that quickly 2 away.
Deceptive slider right there. Stayed in the tunnel a long time. Got that hitter out front. Rolled over it. Put it on the ground.
Number 10 up next for the Astros. This is a true 5-tool guy. Not very many of them out there, but when he's on the field, you can't take your eye off of him. Now fly ball to right center. Gallo on the move to the gap. Makes the grab on the run. And that's the 3rd out. Astros go down 1-2-3. This game's all tied at 4. Back here at Minute Maid Park. We go to the 9th. Now it's Yuli Gurriel. The wind of the pitch. And the next pitch is way outside. Misses with the 2-0, and he's fired 3 straight outside the strike zone. There's the strike, 3-1. The wind and the pitch. And it's filled up. The wind to kick the pitch. And that's ball 4.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. A game plan that he's sticking to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
Go ahead run on base. Here's a big power threat. Giancarlo Stanton. And it's fouled away. Next offering misses, and that is ball 1. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. The go-ahead run aboard at first. Nobody out. Next offering is fouled back. 2-2 now. That one just misses.
On this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Boo.
Right side. And there's one down. So now the Yankees cleanup hitter, Joey Gallo. Got to be careful with this guy. He's got power. He can untie it with one swing. First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Next offering is in for a strike. One away, tie game. Go ahead run stands at first. The 0-2. Meanwhile, this pitch gets away. Nice job behind the plate there. 1-2 now. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Next pitch misses inside. Full count now. One away, tie game. Go ahead run stands at first. The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
Well, he earned his trip to first right there. It's not easy laying off pitches that just miss the zone like that. And it's a real discipline as well. He's put a lot of work into that aspect of his game, and it paid off right there.
That hits the dirt. Ball 1.
Lots of anxious fans in the ballpark right now. You can feel it. He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
Righty to the plate. There's the strike. Four in the ninth. And a count 1-2. Two on, one out. Stays alive. Next pitch is outside. Right-handed reliever. And now the count filled up 3-2. Three-two now. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
So bases loaded with one away. Oswaldo Cabrera stepping in now for the Yankees. Next offering is in for a strike. That one out to right. Judge makes the play. Runner tags from third. The tag gets him, and it's a double play to end the inning. Yanks strand a pair. Still all square at 4 apiece. So bottom of the ninth. Here's the power hitting catcher, Diego Corona.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
The pitch. That one's in there. That's strike one.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
And the righty deals. Pitch misses. 1-1.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
The next pitch misses, and a count 2-1.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
Next offering clips the zone count even at 2. That one drifts inside. And there's ball 4.
Well, walking the potential winning run is bad enough, but with his speed and ability to put himself in scoring position, that could be a huge mistake.
Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. He's already homered in this game. Move to first, and he's back in there. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
These home fans, they are making a lot of noise, putting pressure on that pitcher out there.
Checks over to first, back safely. Winning run on base at first, no outs. Next offering is down low. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
The 2-0 is in for a strike. Heel picks to first, and he's back safely. Another move to first. Oh, he throws it away.
He'd already thrown over trying to keep the runner close, but I think this time he was trying to pick him off, was a little quicker with that one, and just didn't quite get into a good throwing position before letting it go. You know, errors on pickoff throws are killers because it's a throw you didn't have to make.
Winning run out second, no one out. Swings and lines a base hit into left field. Stanton fires it to the plate, crosses the winning run, and the Astros walk it off to win game one.
Well, in the postseason, there's so much excitement, so much energy, everyone hanging on every single pitch. To have a walk-off win under these circumstances, these people have gone crazy. What a nice win, but you got to turn the page quickly to come back for the next game.
Close one here today, and your final 5-4. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Fans, our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Astros, 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors. They left 3 men on base. For the Yankees, 4 runs on 6 hits, 2 errors. They left 12 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 12 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Minute Maid Park, 41,168. The Astros thank you for attending and remind you to please drive home safely. Good night.